Come with me to paradise. Welcome to my paradise. I welcome all of you, all of you, all of you. All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's the boy with the Pampers and Toys, Al, recording from paradise. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the boy with the Pampers and Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and your enemies. Also, follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. Upload frequently. And today we're going to be talking about, I'm going to say he was one of my favorite characters because I love martial arts. I was going to stop and take a break with the G.I. Joe classified collection and move on to the next topic of discussion, next type of toy. But I said, nah, I spent like $200 on some G.I. Joes the other day, and I was like, let me share them. So today we're going to be talking about the one and only Quick Kick. And he is number 116, right after my boy, shoot, who did I just go over who was 115? Oh my God, man. I just did the video the other day and my brain is like kind of farting right now. Tall Tree, Airborne, duh. So, this is the Q&R code. I don't know what that's for. If y'all want to scan it, I don't know. Good luck to you. So a little bit about this character. He was born from a Japanese father and a Korean mother, so he had a hard time being accepted in certain communities. And so he never was he was not in the military, but he was a part of the G.I. Joe team. They found him walking barefooted, no shirt, in the freezing cold. He met up, fighting Storm Shadow and whooped Storm Shadow. And I can't remember, but one of my friends was telling me there was a comic book where he actually went toe to toe with Snake Eyes, but I didn't see with my eyes. I'm not saying he's a liar. And then it's sad because I feel like the G.I. Joe cartoon was kind of like kid friendly to a degree, but they still had guns in the cartoon, so that's how friendly you can get back in that time. But I feel like the comic book was more 17 mature, rated. And so a lot of the G.I. Joe characters, I didn't mean pause, I was just belching a little bit. A lot of G.I. Joe characters are passed away in the comic books. Like, who do I know that got killed off? I know he got killed off in the comic books. Him, Breaker, and somebody else. Jodie Shooter-Craig, she was killed. And there was another one I can't think off the top of my brain who was killed in the comic book as well, too. So, he was introduced, I think, in 1985, if I'm not mistaken, in the actual cartoon where they found him. So, enough about me blabbering. Let's get this guy open. Get him open. Okay, before we get into talking about him up closely, I want to talk about his weapons and accessories that he does come with. Okay, first and foremost, he comes with these stars. I like that they got the blue, kind of like cartoon color. That kind of. Let me zoom in a little bit. That kind of comes with him, shows those are the stars. Hey, hiya. He does have his backpack that you can put on the back of him, but I guess there's an illusion to make you think that this strap right here holds up the backpack, so you just have to use your cartoon discernment on it, and it's okay. And I'm gonna leave it just like that. So alright. So next, he does have a second head scope, which I'm amazed because a lot of G.I. Joe classifieds, I don't think I knew one that had a second head scope, to be honest with you. I knew, I knew the toy. I spoke to the toy. It's like some of the toys come with second hair pieces and all of that, but first time for everything. And I think this head scope right here is pretty, it's similar to this, but look like he's kind of taking deep breaths, decompressing his thoughts before he do something. Then this right here just look like his normal look. I kind of do wish they would have had a head scope. One of these head scopes would have had like some teeth showing or something, you know, make him look like, I didn't do it right. I don't know what I was doing. So that's pretty cool for it. He does have some nunchucks. I like that. And on the nunchucks, I think, yeah, you can put his nunchucks right back here, which is pretty cool. I think they go on the bottom. Just kind of like that. Yep, there you go. So I guess I'm being picky, but I'm not gonna take no points off for this. I wish the nunchucks had like a little plastic chain to hang around them, but I guess they, you know, they weren't trying to invest too much money into that, and it's not really no biggie. I'm just making a suggestion because I'm trying to think. It was a Ninja Turtles figure that I had. Michelangelo had some chains, plastic chains around his. Okay, I'm still talking about the stuff that he comes with, so let me stand him up. So, I wish I could get some tweezers, because my fingers are so big. I hope y'all can see this. He does come with this candy bar. I think it's paying homage to the cartoon. Or I think he ate a candy bar as well in the comic books. I can't remember. It's been so long. But I thought that's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of the Harley Quinn sandwich from McFarlane Toys. If somebody else had like some type of piece of candy you can eat too, an action figure. So I thought that's pretty cool. Alright, next he comes with some fists. So you know he will get with you a weapon of choice fist. And I actually the other day, I went to Wally World. I actually got this figure from Pop's Comics in my hometown. And I was trying to buy a second sculpt figure of him, a second action figure. That's all I had to say. I always think deeply about stuff. But it, you know, the 15 minutes tour was about to close at 11 o'clock. Our Walmart here in my state. I just put it down. I was like, forget it. I was a little upset because they only had a couple self checkouts open and the register lines was long to Jerusalem. Okay, so moving on. But I am going to get a second figure of his because I am a big fan of Quick Kick. So he does have these little hi-ya kind of hands. Ooh, you know, so I don't know why I keep making them sounds. Ooh, last but not least, he does have these two swords right here that I really do like. Again, I wish that weapons could be like they were in the 90s, where action figures are a little harder than what they are. That lets you know that companies are saving money by kind of making them kind of dangly a little bit, you know, bendable. So I believe you have a choice to put the knife like this, but I believe rationally you can put it like that so it won't fall out. Okay, so that's the weapons. I like how they get his get up. I think his get up is pretty dope. It's really pretty dope. Now, honestly, one thing I did dislike. There's two things I kind of disliked about this figure. The figure looks good. I have no discrepancies about the way he looks. He's slender. He's slim. Excuse me for coughing, folks. But I do feel like they could have made his neck more like movable, because come on, he's a martial artist. Martial artists should be able to move their neck. Sorry for hitting my camera. Move their neck all around. But there's not that. It's not the horrible articulation. I just think that his neck was a little bit too long, and on top of, because they could have just, you know, I want his neck though. He looks usually sideways, just Liu Kang style. Mortal Kombat. And well, this is way before Mortal Kombat, so I don't know why I'm hollering Mortal Kombat. So, okay, and then the second thing, why he got trigger hands? I mean, well, if you want him to have some weapons, I totally get it. They could have just gave him like some cuffed hands, like, you know, make them look like that. Don't Why he got trigger hands? He don't really need handheld weapons if he's coming with swords and stuff. And Quick Kick was never known to have any type of guns. He just whoop your butt with his fist or the weapons he have in his backpack. So I would like switch one hand out, and you know, just for general purposes, let's do it this way. Like if you, oops, man, this is kind of hard to get out. Ah, man, jeez Louise. Okay. So let's just say, for a prime example, if you did not, man, when I tell you, this takes the life out of you taking these hands out. If you just want him to be like his martial arts form, cool beans. How about that? You know, ooh, yeah, hi. So, but I'm not going to keep these hands in because I think it's fair to show him hold his weapons to you till you find people with the trigger hands. But I'm for sure I probably got some hands in my, I got like a 2 big old bag of hands from all my action figures from whoever it is, wrestling, G.I. Joe's, Hasbro figures and stuff. Man. So I didn't see it making sense having trigger hands. I think it's just their way of hurry up and get the product out. Hurry up and get the product out. So let's just, before I talk about his articulation and compare and contrast him to some other Kung Fu Legends figures that I do have. Because really when he's holding these small skinny swords, not really much of a bad grip, but not so the tightest grip. And I like my action figures to hold their, weapons. I don't care if it's a chair, I like them to hold a little tighter than that. So, okay. So, take that out. I'm gonna put his nunchucks in as well too, because that should be the most fairest part to show everybody at least that. All right. Okay, so I put the nunchucks in. Well, it's kind of flimsy. Bam, da 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 da. Break the funky noise. So let's move on. So the articulation of the head, he can look down, he can look up, which is pretty cool. But I really do think that they should have let him his head have leverage, because when you're a martial artist, you just got that flexibility, and they didn't. I like the hair. They stay true to the cartoon and the comics. I did not have the original figure. I can't remember if my brothers them had. I knew they had certain figures, but I can't remember everything. My mind's like a blur. Anybody could last they had something that they didn't have it. But he definitely, I think this character paid homage to Bruce Lee. And as well as some characters after him paid homage to him too. Liu Kang and another fun factor. When you look at this figure, and I got the figure actually, I'm about to show it too. G.I. Joe had a crossover with Marvel. A lot of people don't know that. And I keep forgetting they did, because I remember on one comic book I did read that Scarlet had an interaction with the Incredible Hulk some kind of way, and Shang-Chi was his master, was Quick Kick's master. So I do think he looks very identical to the Shang-Chi comic book Marvel figure, and I'm going to show that. They're very identical. It looked like they could have used the same body parts, and we're going to investigate that. So I think the chest area looks pretty amazing. It's not too tight, it's not too loose. He got a nice little, he don't got a ball, the ball joint's not so tight on the waist area. The arms are pretty butterflied, double jointed, elbows. Oops, keep hitting my camera again. So when you look on the back of him, he looks pretty cool. just looking at him up close and personal, it's amazing. If I can't hit my camera, man. Stop hitting your camera, Al. So, if I didn't know, well, I would have probably knew it was Quick Kick. I used to call him Quicksilver growing up. Quicksilver sounds like a horse, don't it? I would have think he's somebody from Little Chinatown with the Kirk Douglas movie. That was one of my favorite movies growing up. Trouble in Little Chinatown. One of them characters. I don't know, you know. We just took a guess. So, it's crazy that now, you know, when they show the bare chest G.I. Joe Classified series, the action figures have nipples. And I remember back then they didn't allow that. And I'm kind of glad that now they made it more realistic than ever. So he got this nice little belt right here where he can hold his nunchucks up at. And I think that's amazing. I love it. The art, I like the coloring of his pants. Got that great little pattern right here going with some black pants. I think the pants are a little bit of high water-ish a little bit. I don't know if high water-ish is a word. I just made it up, but high waters. Now, I don't think his pants was that Steve Urkel. Then next, got a nice little thigh boot cut right here going, swivel. Can't beat that at all. And nice little double jointed pinless knees. And what I love about this figure is he has no pins in sight. So I truly believe this is his own body type. But I do feel like the feet now, it's very rare you see an action figure with bare feet. And I got a few action figures, Marvel, and, well, not, yeah, Marvel, that's it, that has bare feet. So, most definitely. And then the feet look like he been in the code. How they found them on the G.I. Joe cartoon. I can't remember what episode it was, but he looked like he wasn't in code. He was like, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, hey. So I do like it that the articulation of his leg, he can stretch, he could do the Bruce Lee. I can't say Jean-Claude Van Damme, we're gonna say Bruce Lee. He can do the splits. That's pretty cool. Now, if I'm a G.I. Joe fan, I should have known this. When I was complaining about Zorana and somebody else's leg, Stuart Selkirk's leg, I keep forgetting they have a thing where you can just like move the leg down and move it back. So I think what I was being too rough with the figures. So that's my fault. And I said that in other videos, so I apologize to the viewers out there. You know, you just have to be careful because if you want to put the leg back in place, just move it up and the leg will be fine just like that. And that's what was going on with my other figures. The leg was coming off, but the legs are, you know, that ball joint does move up and down. That's pretty cool. So I can't believe that I just figured that out. So real quick, let's just like compare him to some other figures on the roster that I do have. Not a roster. What is this, a jail picture? So, and he does have the little holes in his feet, but I believe he stands up perfectly. He ain't got them boots on or nothing like that, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna move this stuff to the side right here. So I'm gonna put him next. I'm not gonna stop the camera. I'm gonna put figures next to him because I think that's a waste of time. So here is Fei Long from the Jada Toys line. He's another character that was based off the true Bruce Lee fighter, world's greatest fighter. And then I'm gonna put him next to Shang-Chi, the movie version. So, just say for example, if you said that Quick Kick was in a Snake Eyes movie, you could say that was Quick Kick right here. I don't know, because I think this was the only actual Shang-Chi main character movie figure they had, like in Marvel Hasbro Legends form. Just saying. So I really do, like I said, that I really do like that Fei Long character. Check out my video on that. I reviewed that a while back. So, you know. So then next, I'm gonna move these two guys away. Now, this is Legion, Professor X's son. He's Omega level mutant, so he's one of the most powerful mutants in the world. Now, so he is the only one. So he's one of the, I do truly believe to a degree, and before I go any further, here is Shang-Chi, the comic book version. Right here. Now, I had a hard time standing him up. I really did. I couldn't stand him up worth saving a sun-kissed drink in the heat. So that's the best I can stand him up without the little stands. I ain't gonna use the stand. Okay. So when you look at both of them side by side, it's not that there is Asian descent. Let's separate that. Let's separate tribes. As y'all know, I didn't throw race in there. I don't throw race in it on most tribes. So when you look at both of them, they actually look alike, but you can tell the difference. And all three of these characters in front of me are barefooted. So when I look at Legion, I love Legion's body mode because I got another, I took a Captain America, Steve Rogers head sculpt and put on one so he can like a prisoner of war. Because it's like an average male body sculpt. So that's pretty cool. So when you look at him, oops, sorry Shang-Chi, buddy, you can't stand up or save your life. Got the same pegs, but I don't think the feet are the same at all. But the body types are similar, but I truly believe that Legion was he was used from other parts. So it looks like Quick Kid got his own body going on, which is pretty cool. And then Legion's feet are way bigger. When you look at it, way bigger than Quick Kid's. So it's not a lot of figures I heard that yeah, barefoot. So now when you look at him and Shang-Chi, his master, side by side, and you see how they put them, that little spot's supposed to be his nipples. I don't know what is it supposed to be, don't ask me. But you can tell these are reused body parts. So maybe, I believe, possibly when you look at both of them side by side, there are some similar parts. I believe these are the same legs and the same feet. The only difference is they didn't give Shang-Chi the holes at the bottom, the whole little pegs at the bottom. And I do believe that's the same neck. The arms, I feel like Shang-Chi's arms is just a tad bit bigger on a little bicep cut right here. You know, the muscle part. So, but definitely, you know, that was his master. He taught him in the comic books because they had that crossover and everything. So, but last but not least, this figure is pretty big, but he's very iconic, and it's the one and only Liu Kang. This is a McFarlane's toy Liu Kang figure. Kind of one of my favorites, because Liu Kang was like one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat. Hold on, him, Johnny Cage, and I ain't gonna lie, I like him, Johnny Cage, and Jax, and I like Sonya Blade. And I'm pretty much the only characters I liked in the game. Oh man, see, Liu Kang had a problem with standing, so I'm hitting my camera again. That's the only thing I hate about some of these McFarlane figures. Like, their feet are so articulated and pretty small to be their size. So let's see, can I get him a, you know what, forget it. So when you look at him and Liu Kang together, you know, Liu Kang was based off his character, all their characters was based off of Bruce Lee. Let's just be quite frank about it. And you know, that's pretty super dope that they kept Bruce Lee's, you know, alive and well when it comes to, you know, different cartoon characters and characters in video games and all of that, and TV shows. So, but definitely, I would give this figure a 10 out of 10. I really do like him. I wish they would have more articulation in the neck area, and the hands were more cuffed instead of trigger hands, so he could hold his weapons officially without looking at the trigger. He don't need no trigger finger for none of these weapons. So that's just my take on it, you know, honestly. One thing, friends, I did forget to show you what the second head scope looks like. It's not really that much different from the first one at all. I like the first one a little better. So I thought it would be fair just to show you what Quick Kick's second head scope look like. It's pretty much irrelevant. Same hair mode, almost same face features. And looks like, you know, yeah, hit miss. Bye. All right, friends, today we talked about the one and only Quick Kick. I got Quicksilver in my mind. Wow. So, definitely, I will add this to my G.I. Joe Classified collections. I am so addicted now to wanting to get all these G.I. Joe figures. I can't help myself. And this ain't even going to be enough room. I actually have more figures I need to add up here. Don't get me wrong, I do have some custom different head swaps of Marvel Legends civilian bodies. I've been kind of making as extra characters like they had on the cartoon, like save Agent Private Ryan, save newsman, news lady, Capricorn and Virgo, I don't know. Saved him. So definitely he's worth getting. He's a 10 out of 10 for me, and I love a perfect score. You know, I didn't take no points off because of little necessities here and there. You just taking care of how you live and taking care of business. So that's it. I would like to thank all my friends for subscribing to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and Toys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and all of your enemies. Also follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. I will be uploading this as well, you know, a picture, and I always have my pictures at the end of my videos. It's just a tradition for me, my liking, that I like to add until, you know, I can do a little better. So now it's time to say goodbye. For the next episode, time to say bye-bye. Hiya! Bye, everybody.